Welcome back to the part 3, and this is absolutely going to be doing for just one completely one stuff as well. So, since my internet connection was completely bad at all, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be using it anymore, and I'm using for the main connection such as one thing as well. So, we're going to be have to choose wisely, and I just completely used the PP Comic Studio onto the page 6. And then we just absolutely that says there are so many things you can early miss on. You can go out on your way. Remember, don't be scared to explore a little. You can always hit undo if you mess something else. But I'm not gonna be very scared until I might gonna be able to close the door, and so I won't be gonna be trying to do anyways as very things as possible that we're doing this. As last video, we just did something to start a little bit for just one pretty thing to do this somewhere as well. So I'm gonna be starting off with pretty her like anyways. And we're just gonna be going for around here, and where is this gonna be for exactly how question. So it wasn't gonna be pretty sad to do this as well. So I got it from on my way. And it's gonna be behind the Tesla. So she isn't gonna be fully grown up. So she was absolutely behind the Tesla over here as well. So and I completely never gonna be reminded that says I'm your Tesla. And then what is actually next? I'm not sure while you teach you next. Got anything in mind? Should we pick something at random? So why those buttons keep on very top? Now is everything dim? So how can I add a background for the comic as well? So next thing is actually added to the background of your comic into the background buttons. Don't worry, I might gonna be doing this anything sometimes before I just completely add for some more characters, like anything like those red eyes and an eyeless person, like anything it goes, and I'll be right back at this one spot. Then select a background from the list, upload on your own by pressing button costume. So I didn't actually press it right over here. So it just didn't get to be going for right over here. Alright. It does not get to be slightly gonna be getting out of his way. And oh dear. So I might gonna be head over to the background and a studio crossover. And just like it's one thing as well. But I'm gonna be using I'm gonna be trying to using something else. Like the PP Comic Studio, or whatever we're gonna be trying to do. What I just actually saying, we're going for Battle for Dream Island Comic Studio. And then it's gonna be over here for the green spot. Simple, isn't it? You can also drag a background directly into the caravans, and to add it to a comic studio, let me know when you're ready to move on. So just gonna be a little bit closed down for one thing, and I cannot believe that we're just gonna be trying to said we're ready to move on. And sure, so we're gonna be trying to cheat you next or pick something pretty random. So let's just gonna be doing, we already do anything else. Is that everything then? What buttons on very top? Or pick a very size. To change the size into your comic, click Edit Panels button to your right here. So then check it out. Might something a little bit confusing, but I assume it's not. Just press the minus button to remove a column or press the plus button to add one. You can always resize or combine the two panels horizontally with a combine button. Is the one that looks like a trash can over here? Nope. And to close the panel, just click the Edit Panels to button again. And voila! And voila, you have the master by using this panel editor. In the future, there's might be some options to customize your panels, so keep an eye out and let me know when you're ready to move on. So the next thing was actually, so pick something random in the very top as well. So we're almost going to be trying to feel something a little bit for anything as well. So we're not going to be doing for so many things like this. And also, there must be wildflower bush over here. And I refuse to find some anything of well things over here. So this is absolutely continue for my tutorial as well as we guess for the part 2 as well. That I'm never pretty sure it's going to be coming out for pretty soon. And let's try something else for some sort of, I don't know. So we're not gonna be going for advanced. Wait, did I just gonna be try to do this? Next page to do this. It's not gonna be going for round for possibly to do this. What is actually try to do something next on top? And nothing sure what is gonna be completely next. Onto this dirty background image like somewhere like this one. Oh my gosh, it looks like I'm not sure that I just pretty don't know about this. And still more to come. Great. Where's the woods? Nope. And I just pretty got here. So this is the woods. And I just refuse to do this. That I'm not too scared to do this. Like I just said. So she'll be over here onto the spot between the Powerpuff Girls as well. So next thing is what do's buttons on the very top. So he said, glad you asked. With these buttons, you can vary the attractions or actions with your comics data. Export if you save your comics data, so as a JSON file, and import lets reopen comic exported by the drafts will only allow you to recovery in recent comics that you've been made. So pressing the will upload on your comic will site where you can supposed to send to others and post Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr or some sort of a YouTube post. And you have for a comic studio account, you can use posts to share your comic with other users on the site. So our comic studio, so do you need for an age of 13 to make an account? So it could be try to do this. So how drafts can be saved. So if you just gonna be try to do this. So accounts free, do I need things? Not anymore. If you're just under the age of 13, you can still make an account and you can't message anyone on this site, and if you're under 10 you can't view or post comments either, but you can always make comments anything about here. Absolutely, Comic Studios free as always will be that we wish to be, that I wish could be free too. The drafts has been saved. Drafts are saved as you can make changes. If you sure you close a tab or computer crashes, you can always come back that you're right, that your comic right where you left off. Just note that drafts are stored locally and it doesn't sync across devices, and clearing your cookies will also delete them. And of course, not you silly little goose, browser cookies and IR2 completely different things. I'm just a computer program, so I don't get saved your browser's cookies. But ever you wanted to hear what I ever to say again, by clearing your local storage will reset me. So that should be it. So I'm not sure that we're going to be teaching you something like this already to do this. We have already switched like anything because before we're going to be end of this video. And is that everything then? So you know what? I guess basically we have covered everything now. Haven't we you learned so much about comics and studio? And do you really need me anymore? Do you really need me anymore? So, Whippy. So, rest of the night. Like, so I do. So I appreciate I go for now. Can you always meet back the question and if I'm gonna be tried if you need me goodbye. And then Whippy has just completely ran off. So that is the tutorial like anyway. So that could be the end of this video, of course, before the part 3 is not gonna be going up next as well. So we have just gonna be completely like I just said like anything before. So if you're just gonna be trying to search or named it, or likely just gonna be named tutorial. Wait, is this gonna be trying to do this? I'm not gonna be going for around his cell. I'm sure this is a tutorial. Is this the correct spelling or some sort of like this thing? So I'm pretty sure. Thanks for watching. That we're gonna be seeing you into the next video.